you have to be a leader, and they have to see you and respect you as such. You can be their friend, but bottom line, you're still their boss. You still need to show them exactly that this needs to be done this way. The only way how your vision can be a reality is by having a strong team.
Like when we started, our main concern was like how we're going to find patients, how the patient is going to come to us. And we discovered, soon after that, like the first month, we discovered that it wasn't a problem to find patients. The problem was to create the right team to be with you, to follow your vision. Yeah. And that was like, it's been for the first year, it's been a challenge for us. It wasn't just the first month. And I think we kind of, we're getting better because we're learning from our mistakes and we're focusing to improve them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one of the challenges, creating the right team, having the right people, because you might be the right business owner, you might be the right provider, the most amazing doctor out there. You have the right people behind you to support you and to work with you every day. It's a challenge.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, not obviously working in the practice like you guys, but I think same thing about my team here. Couldn't do half of what I do without them and without their support and their believing in kind of our vision. So curious, now that you guys are a little further down this path, what or kind of how do those challenges differ now than what you faced initially, right? Like initially it sounds like we were focused on getting patients in the door, and then kind of quickly we pivoted that maybe that wasn't the right focus. So where do your challenges lie now that you're more of an established practice as opposed to a new practice?
So I will start with the team. I think one of the mistakes that we did in the beginning was that even though we had like clear ideas, most of them weren't written anywhere. Like, we did have like processes in our mind and probably, written somewhere, but weren't very detailed for each team member.
Yeah.
So most of the time we had meetings or, we had deliverables like, hey, you have to do this, or next time do it this way. And most of the time you get like shaking their heads, like, yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah. And then you find out like, hey, well, what happened? Why you didn't do it, like we discussed. So the learning lesson out there was that you have to have everything written down.
It's not only about talks, it's about everything that you believe in. The only way how somebody else can actually really sell on that is by they having a way of materializing it. So we decided we have an operation manual now. We have handbooks for every single thing that gets done. A new assistant comes to my office, she has everything written down as far as procedure, what needs to be done, what materials do I use, everything, breaking down the room, setting up everything. Front, how everything is handled, the new patient appointment, finances.
So
it's basically came down to just having like a common language, and the only common language is just by having it written.
So yeah, it really comes down to preparing your team. Because like I said before, you might have everything in your vision because we prepared ourselves during the and during everything. It's been in our mind for quite some time, and we know everything, but it's hard to translate to another person. It's new that just come join your team.
Yeah.
So like Dr. Kaso was saying is that we came up even doing like 3-minute videos for every setup in terms of like even clinical side, how to do for every single procedure. Like the doctor knows, because if you go to another practice, another doctor might request or might ask different way of
absolutely
certain procedures. So the bottom line is like, as long as you are very well detailed and everything is documented for every team member, every procedure on the back, front, you call, you name it, just write it down one thing at a time, and it really, really helps.
So they need to see in you the strong leader and the capable dentist and person.
And we do here bi-weekly meetings now.
Oh wow!
So it's like a mandatory to come up with what we discussed, what we gave you the previous meeting, and come up and just tell me what you have learned about that. It's pretty much like you're going back to school and then just come back. It really but it helps a lot. It helps for everyone in the team.
And I'm curious, what was the team's reaction when you implemented that?
They love it because this way I'm serious. They remind them, you help them. By saying them, sometimes they assume things or they interpret differently. But by having everything written down, you help them, you help yourself. So it's team, it's a team effort.
At the end of the day, we have a checklist.
I was gonna say that.
Did you do everything that you were supposed to be doing? And it's a very friendly conversation. When something is not done, just give us the reason why it's not done. Or
Yeah.
do you need to read to stay a little bit later just because you want to finish something? Tell us the reason why. And
Yeah.
we always will say yes. So basically, it's just really trying to create a common language as far as communication. And
Yeah.
this is not only words. It's actually, it's a pattern that you have to create. It's a strategy.
It
that
takes
they
time.
need to follow.
It takes time. you're right
But
to
it
say.
takes time.
Yeah.
It truly takes time.
Yeah.
So far it's been 2 months, right, that we were incorporating this. The one thing that has helped a lot with these new team members, not only their mindset and their attitude, but also the fact that we were definitely a lot more prepared. And when it comes to team, I can tell you that we definitely have met a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And we have made a lot of choices. Not all of the choices were right, because a lot of times we were actually forced by the circumstances. We just were in need of somebody because we had a schedule and
Mm-hmm.
we had to. So initially, whenever we didn't take it as seriously, we just our main focus in hiring was mostly the personality.
Gotcha.
So we're just trying to find the right personalities that had that growth mindset, like you were describing, that they were driven towards customer service. But at the same time, it was unknown initially. We didn't know how well we would be doing. So
Yeah.
also finances were one of those obstacles that we really limited us.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, we went through a couple of changes when it came to team members, because we found out that we hired very young people because we thought that they would probably share in our vision a lot better with
Mm-hmm.
us, and there will be more. Our office is high tech, so we thought
Yeah.
that was an easier transition for them. But what happened with young people is that even though they were there, they still haven't figured out what they truly wanted with their life.
Gotcha.
So we had team members leave because I believe those, I told you on the dream, like, it's not hard if you really put yourself to really believing that this is going to happen. It's going to happen and you're going to make it happen. And the only way how to believe is by having, let's say, materializing your dream, daring to look at your dream right in the face and say, I'm going to do this.
I think you're selling me on the dream. I want to be a dentist now. I'm excited. Let me just pack my stuff up and go get on my path.
But you said, right, maybe I was so inspirational when I was talking to everybody that we had like 14 members just go back to school.
Oh, wow.
Truly, I mean, this probably is something that nobody would believe, but it's the truth.
Oh, I think I'll take that as a good sign.
This is what I said to myself. So we had a lot. I was talking a lot about what we believe in, how we want people, our guests, to be treated, how we want everybody to be treated. So we would even bring this to sometimes to our team member. If the Queen of England would be here and would want to have an appointment with you, how differently would have done something. So, as simple as that. And they would say, well, whoever would say I would have done this different, that means that they have a way of growing because they see there's some difference. So somebody would have said, no, I wouldn't do anything different because I'm already doing everything I should be doing. So, and you say, you actually can check out exactly and gauge the personality of these people, the mindset, what mindset they have.
Yeah.
So right now, finally, I shall say that it's been a couple of months that we think we have the right team.
Yeah, we believe that we have the right team members.
And what you described, right, as a really good, supportive kind of feedback loop. Yeah. Like I've, certainly worked with leaders that kind of have similar processes, right? It's been a great experience, I think, working on those teams, because you really do feel like you're constantly growing, constantly getting better. Someone's there to help and invested in your success. And that really does motivate a team to do more.